Welcome, all
Nice.
cam girls and cam boys, to the Three Amoeba podcast. If you're wondering, Chris is on location shooting a new movie for his cam fam. And if you want to know what it is, you got to join our Patreon at camfam, patreon.com. It's a really
All I
good.
can say is I apologize to whoever's getting this hotel room after me.
Yes, yeah, because that cam fam life is not fun. I mean, it maybe is fun if you're there, but maybe not after. We've got a special guest on this episode. We've got the one, the only, Jake McInnes. Thanks for joining us, Jake.
Let's go. Happy to be here. I'm
Yeah.
excited.
Welcome
Thanks.
back, Jake.
Yeah, thanks for filling in for Justin. Justin
Yep.
could not be with us this time because Justin. What happened to Justin?
Working?
I
Oh.
believe he actually had a big Pilates convention. I could
Mm.
be wrong. That might have been last weekend. I think this week he's following the Jonas Brothers tour.
Okay, so Justin couldn't make us because he's on roadie. He's a
Yes,
groupie. He's a groupie for the
for sure.
Joe Bros.
We know he's a big Nick fan.
Yeah, he's a big Nick fan. We try to tell him Joe's better, but he's a big Nick fan, and Kevin doesn't get the love that he deserves. So all the Joe Bros. If you want to know anything more about it, at J underscore Darlington on all socials. It's like where he is. Go talk to him about all the Joe Bros and he'll love it. But yeah, we've got a whole lot of nothing in the world of football this year, this week. So we've got
It's
waiting.
just Groundhog Day in football.
Literally, it's waiting, and waiting. Is Aaron Rodgers ever going to get moved? Well, I guess the news is San Francisco might be in the talks for A Rod now. Or
I don't believe that.
Nah.
no?
Why would the Packers send him there?
Yeah, it doesn't make sense. Like, why would you do it in division?
Well, in
Not
conference, but yeah.
division, in conference. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I knew what you were saying. Yeah,
Thank
well,
you.
especially the 49ers. Like, the Packers have had so many issues against the 49ers in the playoffs in the last 5 years. Why would they want to face them
Yeah, because what? Because
or risk facing?
yeah, they played 2 years ago, and then the 49ers beat them to get to the Super Bowl, right? Or championship game?
Yeah,
Super
yeah,
Bowl
they beat them in
21
I
to
think
get to the Super
two
Bowl.
different NFC championships in the last. Well, no, just one NFC championship, and I think at least two divisional rounds
Yeah,
in the
they've they,
last like 5 years.
they've beat them a couple times.
They
Yeah,
have Aaron Rodgers' number, that's for sure.
they do. And now, why wouldn't you want to join that talented squad? Because I'm gonna be real honest with you guys, that squad's way too talented to not have a quarterback.
For sure. No, if you're Aaron Rodgers, you want to be on that team. The Packers, I just can't see them allowing that.
Yeah, I don't know how the Packers would even want Aaron Rodgers to go there. Like the Jets, sure, whatever. It's like not in conference. They're in a different division. It's whatever, right? But in conference, losing to them a couple times in the last 5 years doesn't seem very fun. Um, yeah, we've got little Lamar waiting. Lamar is what's that about? Like what's going on? Is it the owners? Is it Lamar? What's going on here?
Where do you think he's going?
I think his ass is sitting home.
You don't think he's going to
I think he
Washington?
sits out. Maybe that's like one of the very few possibilities.
Like what happened? Is this another Le'Veon Bell? I know we've talked about it in the past, but like, is this just somebody who holds out for his prime and can't get back to it? Because I don't want to be that guy, but Deshaun Watson didn't look that great last year. I know he only played a couple
Right.
games, but the couple games he did play didn't even seem good.
If I'm Deshaun, I'm swallowing my pride and I'm getting an agent.
Deshaun or Lamar?
I'm sorry. Did I say Deshaun? I meant Lamar. If I'm
Deshaun,
Deshaun, I'm driving my car off. But if I'm Lamar, I'm getting an agent because the agents just have so many more connections throughout the entire league to make shit happen.
yeah, I can't. I don't. Jake, what do you think about that? Would you want to represent yourself if you were in the league by like? Would you want to even represent yourself?
I would want to try, but like, is the reason he's not getting picked up because he's asking for too much? Like,
That
He,
could be.
he might be asking for too much guaranteed money, So then when his value is that high, it makes negotiations already hard. And then when he doesn't have the phone numbers in his phone to talk to the right people to start conversations, then he's really limited.
Yeah, because like what is like that process, right? So like sure, like you said, Jake, I would also love to represent myself, but that's later in life when I'm through my prime. Maybe I want another maybe year contract somewhere and then year contract somewhere else. Maybe I'm ring chasing. Sure. I'd love to maybe try to represent myself and like see how I could do because then it might help me in the business world after, right? But when you're 24 in the middle of your prime trying to make this thing happen, it is not the time to like try to represent yourself.
Has there been like other young people who have represented themselves and gotten like a good deal?
I don't
So Laramie Tunzel, who just signed
75
a
million.
monster deal. Yeah, I think that's the biggest
He's a
in the league for his position.
left tackle, right
Left
tackle,
guard or left
left guard.
tackle, one of the two. Um, he represents himself, but he doesn't have as much guaranteed money, obviously, as like what Lamar is going to be going after. And so I think it's easier if you're in some of these other positions and you're not trying to get that guaranteed money. The fact that he's basically trying to get a Deshaun level deal and he has no agent is like a double whammy,
Yeah, because the agents
in
just
my
know
opinion.
they know
I
people.
don't know shit. Yeah, they know the
Sounds
janitor.
easier.
Like you can get conversations started way easier with an agent because they have so many different connections in every single organization.
Yeah. I don't know, man. I just think that they just need to sign him.
The Ravens,
Mm-hmm.
I would agree with that. I don't get what the holdup is. You're going to suck so bad without
Yeah, because what's your alternative? Who's their backup? Swarley?
him.
Huntley?
Huntley,
Huntley, yeah.
Huntley, who I mean, if you want to play devil's advocate, he's technically a Pro Bowl quarterback.
You're not wrong. What's it called? Ravens GM. Ravens would pick QB in first round depending on board.
They're not going to be in any position to. I mean, maybe Hendon Hooker.
Will Levis? No, he's gonna
No,
go too
I bet
high.
he'll get picked high. Richardson will get picked high. Obviously, Stroud and Bryce Young are going to be 1 and 2.
Do you think
Um,
who do you think goes one?
Probably Stroud just because of size. But if I was the
I don't
Panthers,
know.
I'd go
I don't
Bryce
know
Young.
why Bryce Young doesn't go first. Who do you think, Jake?
Mm, I don't know, honestly.
It's
Probably
hard.
Bryce Young. That's what I've seen. But
They're so because Bryce is like quarterback ready, but Stroud is the mold of what quarterback looks like.
Yeah, he's got the physical stature, but Bryce Young has the more athletic ability. Like we didn't up until that Georgia game, we didn't see Stroud doing a lot of running around, like
Yeah, that's
doing
true.
shit when the play breaks down. He wasn't really good at that up until then. All of a sudden, he showed out in that game and looked amazing. So if he can bring that game to the NFL, then he's a game changer
Did
because of
they
his
lose that
size
game?
and that.
They lost that game.
They lost that game from a last second field goal miss. It wasn't on Stroud. Why they lost
Hmm.
that game.
Well, yeah, that's all we
And
got.
that's coming from someone who
Hates
fucking
Ohio
hates
State. Yeah.
Ohio State.
Well, that's all we got in football because really, honestly, we got the draft coming up um in 20 days or whatever it is, 19 days.
I'm
Um,
excited about that.
me too. I hope that the Steelers are making moves in the secondary again, dude. We got Neal from the Bucks.
Oh, I didn't see that.
Yeah, we signed Neal from the Bucks. We are making moves in the secondary where we needed to make moves. Thankfully, holy crap, that was like our one
Lions
weak
have been
point.
pretty quiet since getting Marvin Jones Jr. I
Mm.
think that's the last move they've made.
Do you think that they're waiting for the draft, seeing what they're? Because you're six, fifth,
Yes, we're
six,
six.
six.
I
So
think I think Seattle's fifth.
what do you go with?
A
I
lot
saw
of the mocks are saying Jalen Carter.
Jalen Clark, the guy who got
Carter.
the who?
Jalen Carter.
The guy who got in trouble?
Yeah, for racing, supposedly racing.
Yeah, there
And
you
yet,
go.
but like
Supposedly.
that doesn't worry me. I mean, you're a dumb college kid. You're gonna do dumb college kid shit. I don't care. I mean, it's just sad that obviously your teammate and an assistant ended up dead either during the race or after the race. Something
Yeah.
regarding around that. That's obviously horrible, but the behavior is pretty on par for that point in your life. What worries me is he had a bad pro day, and the pro day is literally like tailored to make you look like
Didn't they
shit.
like didn't he weigh in at like 300 at the beginning of the season and he was like 330 at the pro day or something like that?
Um,
Isn't he trying
no,
to
he weighed in at the combine at some weight, and then at the pro day, which was like maybe not even 2 weeks after, he had gained like 10 or 12 pounds.
and then isn't he moving positions from like is he going to D tackle or I don't understand. I don't
I haven't heard
was
that.
he a D tackle? Was he a DN?
Normally, I mean,
Is he an interior?
yeah,
Okay. That would be good for you guys if you guys got him.
yeah, we need that.
That'd be a
Yeah, Hutch on the
dirty.
outside. We need someone going in the middle. Um, I'd be happy if we took him, but I'm just, a little hesitant.
Because then you
I'd
have
prefer Will Anderson, but there's no way he's going to be available.
well, Will Anderson will probably go to Arizona if they don't trade away.
Right.
But if they do trade away, you might get honestly lucky because you've got 1, 2 quarterbacks. If someone trades to 3 for a quarterback, the Colts traded to 4, or they're thinking about trading to 4,
I
or do
thought
they
they
just
were four.
they are
I
4?
think
Okay,
they're just four.
they're just 4. The Colts are 4.
Yeah.
They're probably going quarterback. Um, and then you have who's 5? I forget who's 5.
Seattle.
Seattle's 5, and they aren't. If I would say if Arizona trades away, you have a really good chance of getting Will Anderson.
Yeah, we need them to trade it away.
Just thinking about like the board because you have 1 and 2 quarterbacks only, and then you got 3 who's probably going to go quarterback, or 4 who's probably going to go quarterback.
But Seattle will probably take them.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. It's just so hard to think. It's just so hard to like. This is why the mock drafts are are something to look at because you got Carolina probably going Bryce Young, I'm guessing. Texans probably going Shroud. I think someone trades for the Cardinals. Because like, what do you do? What are you doing up there, Cardinals?
Ooh, the Ravens.
That would be gnarly, dude. But my thing is like, Cardinals, what are you doing up there? Like, what's the point of you being up there?
Yeah, I mean, they would just really have to love Will Anderson.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
And
Like,
then it's worth it.
I mean, and they need Will Anderson because they just lost JJ, so it's like that replacement. But then you have the Colts who
Sure.
would probably take
Colts will probably draft the QB.
and then
Seattle seems pretty set on that.
Seattle, if someone's available, they could take a QB.
They could. They really could.
They could surprise you and take like Will Levis. Maybe they take AR.
I think they take AR.
But I'm saying
if they take a QB, I think they take Richardson because he's the most like Gino. So I feel like he could learn better under Gino than a Will Levis.
Or do you have a curveball in here and you have Seattle trade Arizona just to make sure that they get that third quarterback in front of the Colts?
Yeah, I guess if they're worried about the Colts taking their guy and they really want a quarterback.
Yeah, I could see like I don't know, I could see the Raiders moving up to 3 to get a QB to sit behind Jimmy for a minute. I could see the Falcons trading up. They just got Desmond Ritter, so I don't really know what their like goal is, but
they might just be giving him his chance.
Yeah, I could see the Chicago Justin Fields trading up. To maybe even get Will Anderson. They need help everywhere. So
yeah.
how crazy would it be if the Lions traded up from 6 to 3 and put in something, a little deal to make sure? Because I mean, can you imagine if you had Hutch and Anderson on the fucking same team? Holy crap!
Yeah, I've heard that is actually one rumor is that they could trade, but I wouldn't like that because you'd be getting rid of both of your firsts for for him. If that's the only way we get him, I actually wouldn't like that. I would
What?
rather
Why are you getting rid of
take
both your
Jalen
first?
Carter. Well, how else are we going to trade up?
You go from 6 to 3.
Yeah,
You give him
you have to give
6.
something else up.
Yeah, you give something else up. You give a player up or something. It's not a crazy jump, so you don't really need to give a crazy player up, you know?
Yeah, if it's just a swap in like a
I guess the Chicago,
mid player or
yeah.
a third round pick or above, I'd be fine with that.
Yeah, like what if they gave away like their 4th round pick or something like that?
Yeah, I'd be fine with that.
They gave away pick, what the
The
fuck is it?
rumor I heard just had them giving both the first, um, and I
18
didn't like
or
that.
18 and 6? Ugh, I don't like
Yeah,
that. For
well,
for
yeah, it's stupid.
for 3 positions, and yeah, I guess you would guarantee Will Anderson, but is Will Anderson worth 2 draft picks?
Probably not.
Mm-mm. I don't think anybody in this draft is worth 2 draft picks.
No, this is a very mid draft,
I can't
at
believe
least in for recent years.
I can't really believe that the Eagles had the 10th pick. That's kind of trash. Um,
Yeah, from
they have it from, who did they get it from?
because Seattle has the fifth pick in front of the Lions because of the Broncos.
Yeah, the Seattle. Who'd they trade away last year that they got a good pick for? Brandon
Small
Graham?
Seattle gave no, they gave him Russell Wilson.
No, 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 no. My bad. The Eagles. Who'd the Eagles trade? They had such
Oh,
a good pick. Was it Brandon Graham? Because then he just head out.
thought it
Um,
was someone on the defensive line.
Brandon Graham.
It might have been him.
How? McJam, can you look that up for us? How did
No,
the
no,
Eagles get the 10th round
it's a
pick?
bigger player than that. It's
Who's bigger than? No, okay, so Bradley Chubb was with the Broncos. Who else was
right.
traded away on the line? Roquan Smith was with the Bears.
The Bears to the Ravens.
Yeah. So
Uh,
who was big? McJam, are you looking this up?
I thought it was someone who's really
Yep, one
close
second.
to um
Who could
really
be?
close to Kelsey on the Eagles because he was all devastated when he was traded and it like
Oh,
happened pretty last minute.
I do
That's why I
remember
didn't think it
this.
was Graham.
No, because Graham was at the end of the season, I think. Graham was at like after the Super Bowl. I do
Yeah, then
remember.
it wasn't him.
I do remember that.
It was like I want to say it was near the trade deadline because they thought he was gonna stay, and then all of a sudden he was traded.
um
It- Maybe it wasn't someone on the defense. Well, when we figure that out, who do you think Pittsburgh is taking with their first pick?
I have no idea anymore. Like, cause that now with all these with all this like movement, like I'm like, okay, what do we really need anymore? You know?
Mm-hmm.
Because we've done an amazing job hitting up the secondary. So wait, okay, hold on. Before we go into that, they got the pick from the Saints somehow.
I have a feeling as soon as we figure out why, I'm gonna feel like such a
No, it just seems like they traded picks and like something else. Throughout the 2020 season, these are
maybe it's something they did last year.
yeah, they must have done something last year because they got it from the Saints, which I don't understand how they got it from the Saints. The Philadelphia trade, the number 16 and 19 overall picks and a sixth rounder in exchange for the number 18 overall pick in the 2023 draft.
When did they do that?
This is what it says on February 21st, 2023.
So this was something that was just done.
Philadelphia trades the number 16 and 19 and a 6 in exchange for 18, 2023, 2022 third rounder, 2022 seventh rounder, 2023 first rounder, 2024 second rounder.
Weird.
That's so freaking weird. McJam,
That
bro.
is
One word request, please.
well, we've all had a long day here on the
What
Three of Me
the
Bros podcast.
what the
And
hell? What the hell does this even mean? I'm confused by this. Whatever, dude. They got the pick somehow.
do you think DeAndre Hopkins ends up getting cut by the Cardinals? Either
I
of you
mean,
guys?
what? Because he
He hasn't been traded yet.
I hope not.
but he tore his ACL, right?
Hopkins? No, that's not. You're thinking of OBJ.
No, Hopkins tore his
OBJ's
ACL.
recovering. No, he didn't. Not this year.
Oh, was that last year?
Um, that may even been 2 years ago.
Remember, it was in the the back to the. Did you watch the football one?
What Hard Knocks in season?
Mm-hmm.
I actually didn't watch anything from the Cardinals Hard Knocks in season, just clips. I like clips, not full episodes. But no, I swear he didn't. He's healthy right now.
Yeah, he is.
He's
So
training.
I don't know what's going on. Listen,
He's good. It's Kyler Murray that they're
yeah, Kyler Murray
being
got an
out
ACL
for like
tear.
most of the season.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying about this is what I mean about the Cardinals. You're shit this season, right?
Right.
You get Will Anderson, that helps you a little bit. But if someone was willing to trade back for you a couple positions, right? You got some stuff in return to maybe help in a year, right?
Yeah.
I could see
No,
that.
for
I could
sure.
see that happening.
If you can trade back to a point where you can still get a guy like Jalen Carter or another hole on defense that's a great pick, then yeah, go for it and get more picks and then go out there. And I'm not saying tank, but like have the year you're most likely going to have with the situation of your roster,
Yeah.
get even better draft capital, and like just
And
do the full rebuild.
don't worry about your coach's season. Just tell your coach this season doesn't matter. Just fucking play your heart out. It doesn't matter.
That coach is so weird.
He's the
Jake, what do you think of the new Cardinals coach?
he's the defensive coordinator from the Eagles, right?
Yeah,
I've just seen a couple clips of him, but he seems energetic, like gets the guys going.
yeah, in like a dorky way.
I haven't seen much of him, but the way he looks like a
He reminds me of Pee Wee Herman.
Pee Wee.
That's good.
Look up Pee Wee Herman and then look like side by side with him in a suit. Like they could be cousins.
That's funny.
Wait, who's the quarterback behind Kyler? Because he's only out for a little bit, right?
See, well, it hasn't really been determined, I don't think, when they expect him back.
Colt McCoy again?
Yeah, it's going to be Colt McCoy. I am pretty sure. And actually, Colt McCoy did pretty well
he did.
for them when he had to go in. So
he's been in the league.
They may actually not be too bad. Yeah,
Colt McCoy's been in the league for.
He's been in a minute.
Yeah, I can't.
I still remember when he was at Texas.
Texas.
That felt like forever ago.
Yeah, I remember when. Who did he get drafted by again? McJam, if you could work on who Colt McCoy got drafted by, because I swear it was like the Browns or.
I don't think it was the Browns, but I do know. I'm pretty sure he was on them at one point.
Yeah, he's been on a lot of teams. Colt McCoy
got he's been on a lot of teams.
Colt McCoy got drafted by the Cleveland Browns in 2010.
Wow. Good job, Alex. I didn't think he got drafted by.
Yeah, I was like, I swear he got drafted because that was like their like start of their weird. We have a quarterback every year.
Right.
That was like right around the start of it because they had it like 2000 and
Well, I had like Tim Couch before him and a
Tim
couple
Couch.
other guys, but
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah, that was
yeah.
like right
Then
around the start
then
of it.
then yeah, you're right. When Colt McCoy came around, then it became like almost every year of Notre
Yeah,
Dame,
it
someone
was
different.
like I couldn't even listen. If you brought up the list of quarterbacks, I don't even think we could probably name five of them because of that's how shitty the Browns are. Like we don't even remember who started for them.
They remember.
They remember that they have them all written down for some reason. Um, yeah, I don't know. I don't know who. How many? Isn't that insane? How many first overall picks the Browns have had and how shitty they still are? Like,
It just goes to show you how important a good front office is at scouting and shit, and just how unimportant sometimes these draft picks really are.
yeah, because they've had what Baker Mayfield, Miles Garrett was number one.
Was he a number one
Was
overall?
he a number? He was a high one though.
He's for sure a first round pick,
Yeah,
but
look up
I'm trying to
Browns
remember if they
last.
hit number one overall on him.
Um, I swear he
They
was.
might just be cursed.
They literally might be the worst team in the NFL, which is a very true, accurate statement. Um, let's see. I got their full fucking list right here. Okay, let's see. Oh, that's way back there. No, I don't want that. What the hell's going on here? What is this? 2000? What am I looking at right now? Miles Garrett, well, was in the first overall pick. Baker Mayfield was the year after him. And then they drafted they didn't have they had the second overall pick for Grady Williams. I don't know any of these people.
You know what happened to me the other day?
What happened?
So you know me. I'm obsessed with the Lions, so I'm constantly like checking all my different sources for updates on what they're doing.
Yes.
And yesterday, I stumbled across an article that told me that Cam Newton signed a 1 year deal with the Lions.
No way.
I was like, what the fuck? And I looked and it said that it was posted 3 days before I saw it. I'm like, there's no fucking way.
Not on your
It
watch.
would take me 3 days to find this.
Not on your
And,
watch.
or like have someone hit me up about it. And then sure enough, I clicked on it and it was like, oh yeah, he signed for this amount. And it was all bullshit because then I found another article saying that he signed with the Chiefs and he
Dude,
hasn't signed at all.
dude, you know what gets me a lot? So Twitter gets me all the time, bro. Because I just get a random
It's fake
update.
bullshit.
Oh, dude, remember how many times you know how many times I've sent shit to you guys? Like, what the fuck? I'm just like, what is going on? And then I look at the name, it's like Buttlick Media or something.
You're an idiot if you believe this tweet.
Yeah. Oh, dude, it's the worst. Okay, we're gonna go through 2017, 2007 to like now for the draft picks of the Browns. And we're just gonna see how good they were. Okay. Joe Thomas, arguably probably the best Brown almost to ever play as a
Right.
Brown
Great
uniform.
pick.
What a great pick. Number 3 overall in 2007. Then they picked Brady Quinn. That was one of their quarterbacks that started.
Yeah.
Then
Notre Dame guy.
2008 they had 0. They traded their pick
Traded it away
to
for
Dallas for Felix Jones. What a horrible trade. And then 2009 they had Alex Mack, who their center played. I do remember this. They played a couple years, but that's it. Number 10.
Yeah, I do not remember
Yeah.
that name.
Number 2010, great pick again, Joe Hayden. Really good corner for a really long time. 2011, don't remember this guy, Phil Taylor, defensive tackle.
Nope.
Sounds like a nice guy.
Oh, it sounds like a great guy. This is one of my favorite picks.
Stand up, dude.
My favorite picks I've ever had. 2012, Trent Richardson.
Oh,
Running back
I was waiting for you to
Alabama.
get to him.
Trent Richardson.
Talk about a one-hit wonder.
Good old Trent, bro. You remember who was a one-hit wonder? Patrick
Peyton
Willis?
Hillis.
Peyton Hillis, bro. played for the Browns of all fucking. Come on. And then
I was a Trent Richardson fan though, but he burned out real quick and
yeah,
then
he
started
did.
team hopping.
We've got 22 of that same year of 2012, pick number 22, Brandon Wheaton. Remember him?
Decent. Yeah.
Yeah, not horrible. Okay, this is where it gets hard. Okay, number 13, pick 6, Barkvitos Migo. Mingo,
What position?
outside linebacker, LSU. Who, what the
Don't
fuck?
remember.
I've never heard of this man in my entire life, ever. And I would remember that name.
And you played him twice a year.
I know. I don't know. Okay. 2014, pick 8, Justin Gilbert, cornerback.
I remember that.
Yep, I remember that. And arguably probably the best quarterback to start with them in a while. 22, Johnny Money Manziel.
I
And
just want to say for the record that I said he would be a bust within 5 years. Like he would not be in the
I
league.
do remember that.
And I think he was out in 4.
Yep, I do remember that. And then they had pick number 15 or 2015, pick 12, Danny Shelton, D tackle.
Oh yeah. What's funny is he's a great player, but now he's on the Patriots.
Nice. And then you
Has
got
been for a minute.
pick 19, Cameron Irving, a center out of Florida State.
I don't remember that one.
Never heard of this one. Okay. And then we had 2016, Corey Coleman. He's been a traveling wide receiver for a while. 2017, they had fucking 3 picks, and they're actually like all are pretty good. Myles Garrett, number 1.
Mm-hmm.
Jabril Peppers.
Love him.
I know you do.
Another guy who's now on the Patriots.
Michigan boy. And then David Njoku, who's arguably been good, but like he's had this weird up and down where they don't start him, but they should start him. But it's like weird to me why they don't start him more. And then 2018, you had Baker Mayfield and Denzel Ward. Both pretty good picks. They traded away pick 17 or 2019 pick 17 for Dexter Lawrence. Don't know what the fuck
Did they
that
win a
was
Super
about.
Bowl from that move?
Who
The Browns.
the Browns? Did they win a Super Bowl from that pick?
Yeah.
No,
Was that a good move for them?
no, not at all. His name is Dexter Lawrence II, nicknamed Sexy Dexy. It's fucking great.
That's a great fun.
That's a great nickname.
That is a great nickname.
And then 2020, Jedrick Willis. Jedrick Wills. Jedrick Wills.
Wills. Yeah.
Does he still play for them? He's an offensive tackle. He must still play with them.
I think he does.
21
But
was
he's on a cheap contract.
yeah, 21 was Greg Newsome. Don't know who he is. And then they got Jordan Davis last year from Houston.
They must have swapped or something.
What a shit show. Braylon Edwards.
It'll be interesting to see where they go because they have their quarterback now.
Well, they have
they probably go give them another offensive weapon, some sort of wide receiver. Got their running game down pat.
No way did they get the first overall pick in 99 and they picked Tim Couch.
Yeah, Tim Couch.
And then Courtney Brown. And then Gerald Warner.
Tim Couch is usually like the guy at the top of the list of their quarterbacks because they'll do it from like every quarterback
98.
from 2000 on.
Yeah.
And it's probably close to 20.
Oh, they had Kellen Winslow, dude. Remember him? Hell yeah.
Yeah, I do remember him. I'm pretty sure he's still in prison.
100% he's got to be in prison. There's no way he's not in prison still. He killed a man, right? Or something like that. Beat a man to death. He did something to a man.
He did some crazy shit. Yeah, I think actually, he did some weird, like, I think he killed a girl.
But what?
And there's stories, rumor and innuendo, because I don't know for sure, obviously, but there's stories of him like just openly watching porn on like the team bus.
Oh, okay. We're gonna go.
That's crazy.
This is from Wikipedia, so I don't know how like great it is. But on November 4th, 2019, Wilson pled guilty to rape of an unconscious teen and
Oh
sexual
yeah.
battery on a 54-year-old hitchhiker as part of a plea deal in exchange for the guilty plea at San Diego State. What the fuck? The court agreed to 12 to 18 years. Oh, he's still in jail.
Damn.
Yeah, I hear he's pretty fucking weird, which is unfortunate because his dad's a legend.
Yeah. And then Braylon Edwards.
Love Braylon.
Yeah, what a name. What a weird fucking draft. What like why? Why did they have so many good draft picks and just be so shit?
Because they didn't have all those draft picks at the same time.
They basically
They
did.
they would pick up great players here and there, but they could never really assemble a full squad,
Yeah.
much like the Lions.
No, they're looking good this year though.
No, yeah, this year I'm so pumped for them. I'm just saying, up until this era of them, they would have one or two superstars, and then the rest of the team would be dog shit. Can't win with two guys.
Can't win with two guys. Yeah, it's the football team. Um, well, we've talked to you off enough about football. We're gonna touch on basketball, maybe touch on hockey, and we're gonna get the fuck out of here. Okay. So, basketball. Your dreams might not be coming true, Chris. The Lakers are they literally might make the playoffs like
When
without
you
a
said
play-in
that, I
game.
thought you were referring to the Pistons not getting the number one pick, and I'm like, what are you talking about? They secured that by being the shittiest team in the
They
league
secured that
this year.
by 10 games.
Yeah.
10
Well,
games.
what's bullshit about that is it's
They're
only a
not
14% chance, and I want
yeah,
Victor so bad. But yes,
because
going back to what you were saying, Lakers are starting to worry me. Might be
they
losing that spot, but
but they're
LeBron's a GOAT.
yeah, he is pretty determined to make a run.
what's it called? But they're losing right now by 17 points to the Clippers, which is good for you because that's the team ahead of
That
them.
is great. Well, but that win that LeBron got them to in overtime with that clutch layup, that secured their spot at least in the play-in.
Yeah, so they're in the play,
So
but
they can do no worse than the play-in.
I'm talking they're like almost in the playoffs.
Yeah, exactly.
They're like if they win this game, they would be in the playoffs until whatever their next game that they'd have to still fight for it, but they would be in the playoffs.
It's going to come down to the last game, I think, for them.
Oh, 100%. It's ridiculous how close these teams are, but okay. So the East is a little bit more, like you said, the Bucks clinched home court advantage the entire time.
Yep.
The Celtics are number 2, Philly's 3, Cleveland's 4, the Knicks are 5, and I think that is pretty bam. That's what's happening. Now 6 and 7 is flip-flopped. The Heat are a game and a half back from the Nets.
Yep.
It's wild that the Nets are still doing
It's
this.
crazy that the Nets got better when they got rid of
what the fuck?
the drama queen.
The Queens with with an S. And then the
Queens from Brooklyn.
The Queens from Brooklyn. And then we've got so we would have right now the Bulls play the Heat and the Raptors play the Hawks. So who do you think wins those? I think
I'll be rooting for the Bulls, but I think the Heat.
I think it'd be funny because Jimmy Bucket's going back to the Heat or the Bulls.
Is he?
No, like he played there.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
He would like be going back and playing them.
Yeah, he was only with them, I think, a short time.
Where was he before that? I forget. Timberwolves? Yeah.
Yeah, the Timberwolves.
And then he was with the Bulls for fucking 2 years, maybe. And then he got
short stint.
Yeah. And then Atlanta and Toronto, that'd be a fun matchup.
It'll be good.
That'll be fun.
I think no matter what, the Celtics come out of the East.
You still think the Celtics beat the Bucks?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, I know they lost the other night by like 1 or 2 points, but they looked really good, and they almost came back and won. They had this amazing like purposely missed free throw to then make a play and get a drain a three that was just executed so well.
Yeah.
Um, I just had more faith in them when it comes down to it. But obviously, I'm an idiot for going against Giannis.
Yeah, kind of. Giannis is kind of insane. Um, and then you got the Nuggets, Memphis, Sacramento, and Phoenix all make the playoffs. Warriors, Lakers, Clippers, Pelicans, Timberwolves, Thunder, all
We're
in.
all in contention. That's
Yeah.
crazy.
And so is Mavericks and Dallas. Or what the fuck, Mavericks and Jazz.
Yeah, I don't think the Mavericks make it in.
No, I don't think the Mavericks make it in. They're actually what's funny is they just gotta win one game and have OKC lose one game and they make it in.
But their morale seems shot.
I mean, it doesn't seem great. But it doesn't they also make it in if they do. But does that help them at all if they make it in? Like
What do you mean?
what would it do for your team to make it into the playoffs when your morale is so bad, when your team is not looking like what they're looking like? I don't know why they traded for Kyrie. I guess you make a big push and you don't really lose that much. It didn't seem like they lost a lot for trading for Kyrie, right? And if it works out,
Um,
you're a genius. And if it doesn't work out, it's like Kyrie, so it's meant to not work out.
well, here's the problem. It's like he's only on contract for the rest of this year.
That's what I'm saying. So
So like if he doesn't want to stay,
but also,
then
where does he go? No team wants him anymore.
yeah. I mean,
Like you've been through fucking 3 teams now in the last fucking 4 years.
whatever LeBron does, I guarantee you he recruits Kyrie.
You think he goes to the Lakers? You think LeBron retires a Laker?
No,
You think he goes to one more fucking team?
yeah, because he's gonna go to wherever the sun goes.
Well, when is his son getting drafted? Oh,
Uh,
he has to play
not
his
next year, but
one
the year
he
after.
has to do his 1 year of eligibility, whether it's
Yeah.
college, G League, overseas.
He should just do college.
I don't know why you wouldn't, but
He doesn't have to worry about money, and there's the
hold
NIL
on.
deals now,
The
so
thing
just do
is,
college.
the thing is, do the G League. That's what I would say.
Yeah.
Do the G League because
Why?
okay, you're Bronny. Okay, first off, you're a fucking superstar already, just from being LeBron James' son. Is his name Bronny?
It's LeBron, but he goes by
Okay,
Bronny.
it's Bronny Jr., right? Or LeBron Jr.
Yeah.
So Bronny, you're a fucking superstar. Okay, no matter where you go, it's whatever. But do you really want to be going to chemistry while trying to fucking
Dude, the coaches make their schedule. You think wherever he goes, they're giving him real fucking classes?
Yeah,
He's
he's not
gonna
taking
take
chemistry.
bullshit class. He's gonna be one and done. They they don't give a fuck. He's gonna
intro
do PE and
intro to college?
nutrition and
Intro to
yeah,
college?
the orientation. Like he ain't gonna be doing shit.
Yeah, they yeah, if that's what it is, if like you're doing nutrition 1, nutrition 2, fucking intro to college,
Hey,
astronomy,
nutrition isn't easy.
geology.
I took a
No,
nutrition
nutrition
class. That
isn't
was hard.
easy, but it's gonna be something that obviously is more geared towards what his career is going to be.
Okay, cool. So you do all that stuff. Where you going then?
You'll go to a big blue blood school like a Duke or something,
Duke or
or an Ohio State. I know they were heavily recruiting him.
that's right.
Like, well, like the fans. I don't know the
He wanted to go to
school.
home, right? But why would you go to Ohio State? That seems
Well, it's not
trash.
really home. I mean, it's home in the sense that it's Ohio, but like it's Akron's like more north.
Is he from Ohio? Yeah.
Uh,
Were they in Ohio when he was born?
Technically, yeah, he had to have been because yeah, for sure.
Oh, because he was young when he had him, right?
He's technically from Cleveland.
Oh, when Braun was at Cleveland.
Yeah, LeBron had him pretty young.
Do you think he goes back to Cleveland?
No.
You don't think so? I don't know, man. I think he just I think yeah, Braun. That's what being the GOAT of this generation gets you is when your son gets drafted somewhere, you can just say, "Hey, I want to play with him too."
Is it possible
Yeah, I
his
mean,
son
all he
goes
has
to the
to do,
Lakers?
What's up?
Sorry, is it possible his son goes to the Lakers?
A
they would
hundred
have to
percent.
stop.
They kind of do suck.
They would have to, like, basically, Bronny's more than likely when he's done, he's going to be the number one pick.
So the thing is he the number one pick because it's Bronny, or is he the number one pick because they know they're getting their dad too?
Probably,
He's good.
like,
Like
from
he's
what I've seen of him, he's really fucking good. So it would be both.
Yeah, I guess both. I'm guessing more of his dad, but he looks good, and maybe also that's what a good college coach would be able to do for him because I guess you go to the G leaguer, what the ball dad, what's his name, Levar,
Oh yeah, LeVar
was
Ball.
like telling him to go overseas.
Yeah,
Honestly, go overseas and explore the world a little bit. Like
yeah. Just don't try and steal sunglasses like this kid.
we don't talk about that. We don't talk about that. Um, and that's all we got for you. NHL is heating up. Got a couple more games. The Penguins are a game back. The Boston Bruins, unsurprising to everybody, has home ice advantage the rest of this year.
Shocker.
Whoa, so is Gary, have 125 points there. Their point differential is insane. It's actually better than I want to say if you add up the rest of the NHL's point differential, it would probably be better. It seems like it's that good, you know?
Probably.
I don't know the facts on that one. I don't know how that works, but it's pretty fucking good.
No, I mean they should be the heavy favorites
Yeah.
to win
And
the Stanley
so
Cup.
I guess when you go into that, like, do you want this is my thing, okay? So with with that, right? Okay, so you go in the Bruins, they'll either play the Islanders or the Penguins. That's who they're going to play, right? That's who they're those are the top those are the two bottom teams. The Penguins aren't in it yet, but they're a game back and they have a couple games left, but they lost a big game against the Devils.
Okay,
Really sucked, but
let me ask you this:
yeah.
do you really want the Penguins to make it, knowing who the fuck they have to play
Yeah,
first?
100%. Yeah, 100%. You know why? You know why? This is why. This is why. That Bruins team has been coasting. I don't know if you've watched a lot of hockey. They know they can win. Jari has been, or not Jari, just Olmark has been playing out of his mind. Um, their backup is Swayman. He's been playing out of his mind too. The two goalies have just been fucking crazy lights out. And Pasta's been scoring and stuff like that, and I get it, but they just look slow on the ice. Now the Penguins don't look much better. They're old as fuck, and they just like I say they fire sell the team except for Sydney and get Sydney some new blood so that he can play for the next 10 years. You know, that's what I say. But I don't think it'll happen because they just signed Letang, they just signed Malkin. They're Penguins for life. Oh, good for you guys. We're never gonna make the playoffs again. Um, and yeah, what sucks too is in this trading block, the Penguins did this really cool thing where they traded a guy away to get the same equivalent of the guy, just 1 year younger. I don't really
Crazy.
know. Yeah, I don't really know what that did for you. Same position, same line, just 1 year younger, and doesn't know the system. It's fucking beautiful. And they just like they haven't really done much. So I wouldn't mind. I don't know if I would be happy if they didn't make it. Because then you don't have to get fucking demolished by the Bruins. But there's that off chance that last seed, since we're fighting so hard to get to it, does that take an account for you're going to be fighting your whole way through the playoffs then?
I mean, yeah, sure. I see where you're coming from, but like the Bruins are probably coasting because they're gearing up. So come playoff time, they're going to go hard.
I
Playoff
get it.
hockey is different. Like it's amped up
I'm excited.
automatic.
I love playoff hockey. Talk about a
But I think the rest of it.
talk about a wild turnaround. The Kraken went from first in their league with like 87 points to right now they have 94 points and they're the first team in the wild card.
Yeah, that's quite the fall from grace.
Yeah. So Nashville's
But
still
I mean, they might get hot again
who
come
knows?
playoff time.
And they're such a young team, but like it's ridiculous that they have 125 points. It's just fucking ridiculous.
Well, basketball is gearing down. Hockey's gearing down. What's gearing up is baseball. I don't know if you saw this, Alex, but the Tigers are actually here in Houston for a series this week, and
They just got their
the
asses
Astros.
handed to them.
Yeah, we don't need to talk about that 8-2 loss or what 6-2 or something like that.
Something like
Probably
that.
8-2. But they gifted Miggy uh, a giant bottle of wine and a cowboy hat and everything to send him off into retirement. So I was like, okay, that's pretty classy. And also, like, if you're McGraw Cabrera, I mean, that's how you know you're like a legend. When
Oh,
you're getting paid that kind of a respect on your way
is this
out.
his retirement season?
Yeah, this is the go home tour, basically.
Dude, this is one of my favorite things that baseball does. Is they have like they know exactly when they were gonna retire. So they do
Yeah.
this like go home tour, right? Or like what like you called it. And like look when Jeter did it, right? Every team does like something special for you. It's like cool.
Kobe pulled that off in the NBA.
He did, but it's less common.
Yeah, for sure. Tom
Because
Brady, you couldn't really do it because no one
mm-mm,
knew. It was just this could be or this might not be
mhm,
type of deal.
right?
But yeah, in baseball it happens.
Where it's like the it's done because they've been playing for fucking years. Because Miguel Cabrera, I mean, I fucking remember when he won the Triple Crown.
Right. Oh, I
What
definitely
was
remember
that
that season.
like?
I thought for sure we were winning the World Series that year.
That was
Fuck
like
the Giants.
what 10 years ago?
2012.
10 years ago. Yeah.
Yeah.
13, 11 years ago. What the fuck? That is crazy. I remember when that was a big thing and he won like the Triple Crown.
Yeah, and at the time we had Verlander and Scherzer. I mean, our team was just
Was that
that.
was that the year that they had like Buster Posey and
The Giants, yeah.
yeah, Hunter Pence. Is that year?
Yeah.
When they had that like team that was
They also had a stacked ass team.
well, it
They
was just like
destroyed us in the World Series.
yeah, it was dirty. And they just kept hitting bombs into the lake.
The ocean.
The ocean, not the lake, the ocean, the big ass ocean. It's a big lake.
It's a pretty big lake. I mean,
um,
the Great Lakes look like oceans, but that's
okay, stop talking
actual
about the
ocean.
Great Lakes. The Yankees are off and hot again, 4-2. Fucking
That's not a shocker.
they've what's it called? They've done well. They've Aaron Judge was a draft pick and Volpe was a draft pick. So like, good for them.
Yeah,
They're not buying their team this year.
give them a chance.
Yeah, you got to give them a chance.
There's time.
They had Josh Donaldson. That guy's been everywhere.
I was scrolling on TikTok yesterday and I came across this video that went pretty viral of a Milwaukee Brewer fan taking a piss in like the mezzanine area of the stadium. Like, I mean, and it was all over the floor, like a giant puddle. And so it's like this dude showed up to the stadium as just your regular, baseball fan and is now leaving as a registered sex offender.
Of course, man. What the I can't believe it. Okay, guys. Last thing before we head out of here, because this is be the end of the episode. There is one team in baseball undefeated. Can you name that team?
Arizona Diamondbacks.
That is false. They have 3 losses.
National League or American?
That's for you. You get one guess from both. Say from both.
What do you mean? Like one national team, one American League team.
Yeah, it's in one of the.
Okay.
There's only one team, but you'll get a guess from both, just so I'm not
Okay.
limiting
My
you.
American League guess is the Red Sox. My National League. I don't want to say the Dodgers, but I'm going to go weird and say the Colorado Rockies.
Okay, so actually, you picked two teams that are 2-4.
Damn.
So, but one of your divisions is correct.
Oh, division.
The Brewers.
Not in the division. But they're 5-1. That's a good guess. It's an
Not the Yankees.
it's an
No, it's not the
East
Yankees. You told me
division.
there.
It's an East division. It's not the Red Sox. It's not the Yankees. Who plays down south in Florida?
You're really about to say
And they have like a sting, something is like
the Tampa Bay Rays.
the Tampa Bay Rays are 6-0 right now.
My brain immediately went to Miami, even though I know. But
Miami.
yeah, that's surprising actually.
This is how I
Well,
don't
it's not really. They made the World Series
a
a
couple years ago.
couple years ago.
Yeah. This is what I don't understand about baseball. Okay. American League East.
Yeah.
Boston, Baltimore, Toronto, New York, and Tampa Bay. Okay. I get it. They're all on the East Coast. The fuck kind of division is that, bro? New York, Tampa Bay, Boston, Baltimore are like fucking, you could probably drive to all of them within a day.
Oh yeah,
And then you just
easy.
throw Tampa Bay in there. You just like whack,
The
whatever,
divisions are
man.
bigger.
Like what?
The divisions are bigger, you know.
Yeah, but you still
So
like it's like
they
this one.
stretch out the entire East Coast.
This one makes sense. Milwaukee, Pittsburgh, Cincinnati, Chicago, St. Louis. That makes sense. They're all fucking in a circle. Okay. That's the only division that doesn't make sense to me. And why do you have one team from Miami? Why do you have one team from Florida in the American League and one from Florida in the National League?
Well, technically, you've got the Chicago Cubs in the National League and the Chicago White Sox in the American League
Yeah, why? This is what I want to
in the
know.
same city.
No, but why?
Because a lot of the
Why am
times
I
they do
dumb?
that.
The football does that too. They have New York and
Football does that too. It's kind of like getting different markets type of deal.
makes sense. Okay, fuck them, fuck the people, fuck everything. And until next time, follow us on Three Amigos Podcast. We'll be there. This was an episode brought to you by three guys who are tired.